road to success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank, you are listening, caring partner.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. This week, our guest is Brian Bett of Illuminum Greenhouses. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Brian, we're really honored to have you here and just to discuss the kind of work that you do, actually making a difference in the agribusiness. Welcome.
Asante.
Illuminum Greenhouses, that is what you're doing. How did that idea begin?
Illuminum Greenhouses is an agri-tech startup that deals with providing agricultural solutions for small-scale farmers, and we do this by providing affordable drip irrigation and greenhouse technology linked up with smart mobile farming, which we'll cover later, which is basically dealing with sensor technology included in greenhouses.
What inspired the idea?
So we get into campus. It was the year 2011, September. We're in our hostel, and you only have 200 shillings in your wallet, and the guy sleeping just next to your bed just gets a text message of 15,000 from his tomato farm in Loitoktok. So this is a Maasai. We got to talk. He was a good guy, shared with us and told us that there's money. So we decided to go down to Loitoktok, and we did the whole process, leasing land. And from that, it's just been a rolling ball.
And where did you get the initial capital?
We gathered what we will get from our savings. We bootstrapped, reduced on expenses, and we also, our parents have been really supportive.
And you start this farming, it was tomatoes.
True.
How did that then translate into the idea that you have currently?
We started out with open field tomato farming. So it's a beautiful place, foot of Kilimanjaro. We use the water from, it's an irrigation scheme of some sort. So we do the first season, get to the second harvest, and we were happy for the first week. The next week, because of rains, everything was destroyed.
And how much investment had you put in?
About 40,000.
Wow.
Yes. So we were a group of 5 people who were really heartbroken.
Of course.
So we decided, no, there's still money in agriculture. And the problems were the rains and the pests. So why not get a greenhouse? So we decided to shop for a greenhouse. We went around to the different providers, and it was so expensive for us. Being a young team, we saw it fit to try and get a solution to the problem. So we researched online, got some pictures of how wooden greenhouses look like, got a local fundi, got some trees, chopped them down, and did the construction. So after construction, everything went well. There was a lot of hiccups.
Of course, it's trial and error, isn't it?
Yes, trial and error. Challenges because you're told that it should be covered all around, and later you learn that you need to use insect netting for ventilation. So we just got to learn and perfect it slowly. And after the whole process was done, after we did agronomic support using some local guys, we realized that there was a problem. Number one, lack of affordable greenhouse solutions to farmers all over Kenya. Number two, lack of agronomic services. This is the constant support given to farmers, where you have a guy visiting your farm, supplying chemicals, giving you advice on pruning and good agricultural practices. So around that, we modeled a business, and we tried to correct all the wrongs through Illuminum.
How are you able to convince the local farmers that this is a good option for them?
The reaction from local farmers was good. Everyone was waiting for a solution, but no one had went out there looking for one. So after we had done one of our sites, we got a lot of positive feedback. Guys coming, visiting our farm. When did you do this? How did you do this? And around that, we saw that there was an opportunity. There was a business opportunity.
Brian, who is your main target market?
Our main target market is a small-scale farmer who has a piece of land and who wants to improve productivity of his farm and of his day himself. So we included the farm automation kit, the Smart Mobile Farmer, to ensure that you are able to reduce on the time you spend on your farm. Your farm hand is left with the basics of pruning and spraying, and water issues which are really sensitive are handled adequately. Because if you can do your irrigation via text message, you can go for a wedding and you will know that your irrigation is going on well. So we innovated a smart mobile farming kit that is installed in your greenhouse or in your open field irrigation system. So the smart mobile farming kit has soil moisture, temperature and humidity sensors. So when the level of water goes down in the soil, let's say below 20%, you get a text message that irrigation has started, and it opens the valve for irrigation. 20 minutes down the line, the level of water gets to the desired point, another text message, irrigation has stopped, you have used 25 liters of water. So your plants get enough water and you're able to save on your water expenses.
That's very interesting, Brian, but what is the connection between my phone and this,
And the greenhouse.
and the greenhouse, yeah.
Okay. So we start with a sensor device. We have a device, the shape of a lunchbox, let's call it lunchbox. So you install it in a greenhouse. It's actually plug and play. Just put it in the greenhouse, we connect it to a solar panel that is put above your greenhouse. We also have soil moisture, humidity and temperature sensors that are separate. The kit has a SIM card inside, which acts as a GSM module. So it basically texts you. It has texting capabilities.
Okay, wow.
Secondly, we also have a GPRS module that allows for communication with a server. So you have the option of logging in from your office and you can see the level of water you're using and the temperature over a given time period.
What has been the general perception?
A single plant needs a specific amount of water. Let's say 0.05 liters of water. So currently what farmers are doing, farmers are being told, irrigate in the morning and the evening. In the morning open for 30 minutes, in the evening 30 minutes, and that's wrong. Who told you that after 30 minutes, the plant will have received that 0.05 liters of water? So currently what we're doing, if you don't have a device, we have to place the leads for measuring your medicine. You place it in the different drip lines, drip holes, and then open the water. When the level of water reaches the 0.05 ml, you close and you tell the farmer, for your morning, do 35 minutes. In the evening, do the same. Because you cannot say 30 minutes for all farmers because it's dependent on the pressure, the level in your tank, the size of your tank, and the level of water in your tank.
How does this work in the arid areas where there are challenges when it comes to water?
In arid areas, the first thing you will have to get a water source. Be it a well, be it a borehole, be it a water table or something. And with that, with a sensor, with a smart mobile farming kit, you're able to use just enough. So in the arid areas, it helps you save your water.
Brian, over the last 2 years, having worked on this innovation and having just spoken to you, it has made a difference in very many people's lives. However, we want to talk about the cost, because there must be a cost to this, yeah? But we'll do this after the break.
Okay.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. More on Brian's story after the break.
Going back to school is easy and convenient with Equity Bank. You can get a banker's check for 100 shillings. Deposit school fees at any Equity Bank branch or Equity agent for free if the school, college or university has an account with Equity Bank. What's more, you don't have to be an Equity Bank customer to benefit. Visit any Equity Bank branch or Equity agent today to pay your school fees conveniently. Equity Bank, your back to school bank.
Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. This week, our guest is Brian. bet of Illuminum greenhouses. Your innovations are very amazing, very impressive. But with every new innovation, there is a cost that will obviously affect the consumer. What is the cost of the greenhouses first?
First and foremost, being affordable, I'll have to say that our cost is really low. And bringing down that cost, just as we did, we give the farmer an option of providing some of the material. So we'll come to your site. If you have some trees, we will not bring trees. So we see of a way of bringing down the cost.
And what about the smart mobile kit?
Currently it's about 35,000, but we're seeing to bring it down. We are working on version 2.2. It's actually to be released maybe by January. Working on mass production. The only way we can bring down the cost is doing it in mass. So after that, we bring down to less than 10,000 Kenyan shillings.
One of the things you mentioned earlier is you also have other services that you offer besides just the greenhouse. Yes. Yeah, tell us about that. Being
an investment, we would like a client to get cash from his investment. So we offer agronomic support. This is a constant visit by agronomist to your farm, give you advice on chemicals and inputs. And we also, in some areas, help in sourcing for markets. To add to that, we also do open field irrigation. You might not want a greenhouse because if you want to do, let's say, onions, I will not tell you to do it in a greenhouse. I will advise you to do it in an open field space, which has more bulk. And if your place doesn't have the erratic rainfall patterns that messed us up, you will be good to go.
What produce are actually suitable for greenhouses?
Greenhouses accommodate a variety of plants, let's say crops. We can do tomatoes, cucumber, capsicum. But one thing farmers should know that it's not for beauty, it's not for tourism. You're doing it to get your money back.
Okay.
So what we advise farmers, work backwards. Go to your local markets around, see what's not there, see what goes. So if you're in an area that is flooded with guys doing open field tomatoes without greenhouses, without irrigation, it's actually illogical for you to build a greenhouse because you might not get the market. You will do capsicum that people do not have. So work backwards. See the market, get a greenhouse for that.
Any innovations that we have read about or we have known, they've come with their own challenges. What have been your challenges?
There's a big problem with hardware programming in Kenya. The level of expertise needed for accuracy and bringing down the cost has been really, really hard to find. And that's why we've had to take it outside the country.
You have been celebrated, you have been awarded. Tell us about that.
We took part in the GES Summit and we were able to emerge second best startup in the world.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, you're also in line to win the finals for the African Prize for Innovation. We're also in line for Africa Rethink Awards later in December in France. So it's been good.
What is that lesson that you have learned?
Consistency and discipline is the mother of all inventions.
Why do you feel that people are, especially the international market, is excited about your product?
The social impact of innovation is great, and it brings together technology and agriculture. Yes, and feeding the world is a crucial element.
Brian, what would you say has been your greatest achievement?
When you get a call from a client and he's giving you a referral for your next customer since he's happy with his site. And most of our work has been through referral, and this has been really awesome for us. It shows that whatever we are doing, we're on the right track.
Brian, what would you say are your future plans?
Getting a financial partner on board, so we are able to structure a good payment plan for clients, loans, maybe credit facilities on inputs, on seeds, on advice. And secondly, we have something going in the pipeline. We're thinking of in the process of starting a Komboa, a greenhouse plan that will enable urban farmers who do not have farms visit our site in a given area. Maybe we'll have 20 greenhouses and they're able to lease a greenhouse for a season.
Brian, how are you incorporating young people when it comes to farming?
Young people are coming into farming through various youth groups. set by the Youth Fund, by the Uwezo Funds. And we're seeing them coming together and pooling their resources. And the good thing with youth, they're actually on site. You have a youth group in Kiambu. They have decided that the greenhouse is their sole purpose. And you will get a group, where will you get a group of 20 people working on a greenhouse on a given day? And that's a good thing with youth. It's faster.
You saw an issue and you came and solved it. Yeah? And we appreciate the contribution you're making, not only in Kenya, but the rest of the world.
Thank you.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Don't go away.
Partnerships will make you grow faster. Partnership will give you what you don't have. Partnership will facilitate and quicken your rate of growth.
Janet Chebet has been named this year's overall best farmer. Chebet was presented the accolade during this year's World Food Day ceremony held in Nyamira Town, the venue for the World Food Day 2015 celebration.
Si tulipata loan kutoka Equity Bank wakati tuliamua tufanye ukulima. Tuliamua kupanga hizo pesa, tukazingatia ukulima yenye iko mixed farming. Tumeweza kupanda nyanya ndani ya greenhouse, tumeweza kufuga samaki ndani ya greenhouse na zingine ziko kwa open field. Tumeweza kupanda watermelon, butternut ama aina nyingi za malenge. Advice yangu kwa vijana, wengi wamemaliza shule, wamemaliza colleges, wanang'ang'ana kutafuta ile white collar job. But nawaimiza watumie teknolojia ya kisasa, which is drip irrigation. Waifanye ukulima na hapo itawezesha wafike mbali na wataweza kuajiri hata vijana wenzao.
Speaking at the event, Nyamira County Governor John Nyangarama lauded farmers in the county for embracing farming as a business.
Nyamira, whose economy greatly depends on agriculture, we have put up measures that are aimed at sustaining growth of the agricultural sector. We have identified the subsectors that have the greatest potential to drive growth and reduce poverty. We have also partnered with our people, with our friends, with our stakeholders within and without the country to make sure that this is possible.
The World Food Day commemorates the founding of the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, in October 1945. It is celebrated annually in all partner countries with the aim of eradicating hunger worldwide. The 2015 World Food Day theme was Social Protection and Agriculture, breaking the cycle of rural poverty.
We started this organization so that we can encourage our age mates. You can come up with any business and you will arrive at somewhere. Because of this, we have created employment opportunity and we are trying to raise the crime in the community. We as young entrepreneurs, we want to prosper. We are the small mwangis. So far, my colleagues are here and we are very much happy with Equity. They have really made us to be where we are.
Farmers who have adopted best practices in food production were acknowledged and awarded certificates and trophies.
Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business, where our goal is to see you succeed. Have you ever wondered how you can grow your business or how you can start your business? There is an opportunity, and to discuss this week is David Tanki of Lanex Africa. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Earlier on, when we were discussing before the break, you talked about opportunities that are available for anybody to grow their business or to start a business. And that is partnership. How does that work?
I think first is to look at what partnerships are. And basically, you realize that as a business owner, whether you are aspiring to be one or you are already one, you don't have everything.
It's true.
You don't have all the skills needed, you don't have all the money needed, you don't have all the connections needed, and you are desirous to grow your business sooner than later. Of course, it will still grow, maybe after 20 years, but why wait for 20 years when you can do it in 2 years? The way to do it is through partnerships. And by partnership, we basically mean rather than do it alone, do it with others.
Yes.
Invite other people to come on board.
A lot of people consider partnership when they think about finances. We always think partnership equals finances, but that's not what you're saying.
In the case of Illuminum greenhouses, the expertise is there, but you need somebody to move around to be able to do the sales, which you could either hire, but you realize when you hire, the passion, the level of passion, the level of emotional connection with the business is not there. So the best way will be to invite another partner on board, so that while you're busy with the technical part of the business, another person who has a stake in the business is busy with another aspect of the business, which could be like marketing.
Besides the skills, what else should I consider when I look at you, Tanki, for example, and I want you to partner with me? What is a consideration?
What you should consider before onboarding anyone, you are looking at a couple of things. We have said number one is competence. You need skills to complement your skills, and therefore you can bring somebody. We have also said money is another one. Maybe you need capital, and therefore you get somebody to give you the money that you don't have. You need values. You need to look at values because you don't want somebody to come and you have divergent ways of doing business. We have talked about connections. We have talked about, then there is need for availability, because sometimes you onboard somebody and he's never there. And he just waits for you to make the money, and then he comes and says, you know, I'm a partner here. and he was never there when you were sweating. He never participated, and he wants you to share on an equal basis or whatever percentages you might have agreed. So you are looking at availability. Will this guy be available for the business?
When you have started a business, you can see you have a shared vision. At what point should I bring in this partner?
Actually, partners can be onboarded at any level. When you are starting, you can get partners. When you have been there for 5 years, you can get partners. When you've been there for 10 years, look at it this way. If you've been there for 5 years, as you say, then you suddenly realize that your capacity is exhausted. You no longer have extra skills that can take your business to the next level. You no longer have extra passion. You no longer have extra energy. You no longer have so many things. So at that point, you can actually bring in a partner to come and give you what you don't have, that extra push to be able to take you to the next level. If it is not money, then he can come with those other skill sets or other additional requirements so that your business can go up.
What about the startups? You have an idea, and you want a partner. Because sometimes there is conflict when I bring in somebody in the beginning, and then it just doesn't work out after maybe a year or so. If you're starting a business, what should you consider?
For startups, I think the desperation normally for startups and why it normally backfires within a very short time is because most startups, first they have an idea, they don't have the money. And because they think they are so desperate to start this business, they forego very pertinent issues. You know, a partnership requires a partnership deed. You need to be able to spell out the terms and the conditions of the partnership. Now, most people don't do that because the desire to start the business overrides everything else. Now, but it is the same thing. You have an idea, you don't have the money. Now, what is the value of your idea without money?
One of the challenges when it comes to partnership is when to exit. When can I get them out? And how should I do it? Because sometimes they may not be adding value, you know, at where we are. Yeah.
It is very important. The partnership deed should be able to to have an exit clause. It can be a very, very hard thing to do, especially when you are succeeding and this junior partner is riding on your success,
Yes.
and is not putting in the match that you wanted him to put in, and he doesn't want to quit on by himself. Now, the exit clause should be able to create provisions that either empowers the senior partner to be able to put an end to the partnership of these other junior guys.
Thank you. Your final thoughts when it comes to partnership.
The way to go is the way of partnerships. Partnerships will make you grow faster. Partnership will give you what you don't have. Partnership will facilitate and quicken your rate of growth. And therefore, it is important for any entrepreneur, whether you are aspiring, whether you are a budding entrepreneur, or you are already there, to consider partnership. It is the best, the quickest, the most excellent way of growing up in today's competitive world.
Thank you so much, Tanki. I think when everybody considers that, then they have opportunities really to make our economy even better
Absolutely.
than it is
Absolutely.
today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Do have a blessed week.
Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.